My experiences have been actually wide range from short term to long term. So my short term was within the first 5 days, my head hit the pillow. I was out for the whole night. When normally I was getting up anywhere between 5 and 6 times during the night just to go use the restroom. Now, as long as I'm staying hydrated, I am out all night long. The second thing that showed up within 10 days, my skin, the largest organ on my body, started to resurface itself. Now, at this time, I'd already passed menopause. So the skin on my shins was kind of looking like alligator scales. There was nothing I could do to basically make it look like it would absorb the moisture or to increase the collagen, you name it. But it started to resurface to the point that by the time 2.5 months went by, my skin is now equivalent to when I was 40 years of age. Yes, you heard it's holding moisture, it's holding collagen, it's looking really great. It looks like normal skin once again. And of course, like everybody reports across the board, soft skin. Oh, I missed my soft skin. And the old saying goes, you don't know what you missed until you get it back. And that's true when it comes to this patch. The second, another thing that happened, so I've been allergic to poison oak, which is something that's very common here in the forests of California. And I love to go hiking, but I cannot go hiking, or I haven't been able to go hiking because I was so allergic to poison oak that it automatically every time went systemic, which means it goes all over the body and it doesn't leave me for 6 weeks. I literally look like I have leprosy. I have huge welts everywhere. It is so uncomfortable. I have to undergo lots of steroid treatment, which is so unhealthy. But nevertheless, after just 6 months of being on the patch, we all went hiking as a family. And even though I was covered up except for my hands, my grandson, as grandsons do, they get themselves into predicaments that you have to go save them. So here I went trapping through the forest, or trapping through the bushes, right through a whole bunch of poison oak. And I just knew I was done in. I knew the next 6 weeks were going to be fun. But to my wonderful surprise, within 3 days, the first dot showed up. And literally, I only went to 3 little tiny dots, smaller than a mosquito bite, and it never went any further. So ecstatic. So it really tells me my immune system really decreased my histamine and what I'm allergic to. So that was just amazing. Another thing that happened around Christmas time is I always go ahead and I host for the whole entire family for Christmas Eve, Christmas brunch, and Christmas dinner. And afterwards, I tell everybody, leave me alone. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be in anybody else's space. And because the next day is my birthday, and everybody, of course, wants to do what everybody loves to do, which is celebrate your birth. But I just usually, for the last 17 years, I've been like, no, just leave me alone. I'm just emotionally, mentally exhausted. Well, last year, first time in 17 years, I woke up at 7:30 in the morning, as I have been for the past, 4 months since being on the patch. It's just, completely refreshed mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel great. My family got together. We went on a hike. It was the best day ever. First time again in 17 years I experienced that. Now, since then, here I've been on the patch almost 2 years. Come June, it'll be 2 years. And I just recently realized 2 other things that occurred in my space. So when I first started on the X39 patch in 2020, I was still undergoing hormonal changes with being, going through the menopausal changes. And part of that is sometimes some women feel a little bit irritable, more than most. And I guess I was always kind of not really happy. And the patch made me absolutely happy. It takes a lot to piss me off, actually. I'm really unbelievably even keeled. When somebody yells at me, I just kind of look at them like, oh, I'm so sorry you're feeling sad. I don't take it personal anymore, which is so nice. And last, which is kind of really exciting, is my whole entire life I have had an irregular heart rate that showed up once in a blue moon, like probably every 15 to 20 days. It would just all of a sudden it would speed up and then would slow way down to the point I just sit down, I just take a few deep breaths because I get really dizzy. It was nothing really life threatening, but it definitely, I had it when my last child was born 17 years ago, to the point where it put us on the risk list because of the way my heart was reacting. And I realized just last month, I have not had an irregular heart rhythm whatsoever in the past 3 to 4 months. That was amazing. I no longer have these episodes whatsoever. So yes, stay on the patches. They keep, what do they call it? It's a gift that just keeps on giving the longer you're on it.